Kanpai!
Kanpai!
Ooh, is anyone else having audio issues?
Oh.
Getting some weird audio skips. We'll just keep going and see how it see if it fails. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Kanpai News for the week of no.
You need to refresh that, dude.
Oh, right, because you changed the title, didn't you?
Yeah.
It is episode 77 of Kanpai Cast, the introgration.
Hey, it's supposed to be interrogation. I forgot the E, okay?
Of Xeno infiltrating Japan. We were going to be doing a deep dive on his trip. We're going to be debriefing him on his obvious espionage events for the Queen. Yes, for the Queen, because she's still alive.
Whoa, dude, whoa.
But first we should probably do some housekeeping. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, something about timestamps. I assume that you can look at timestamps in the description. Thaylien is really kind and goes through and like catalogs exactly where all the timestamps start and stop, and you can skip exactly to the part you want to see. So if you want to see Xeno going through the 32,000 Inari? No. Inari? I can't remember what they are now. The gates. The cool gates. You can go.
What is that?
What? It's just not what?
I think your cat was just randomly spinning and we could hear the music that was captured. Like, I don't know if the cast caught that, but like
No. I don't think they can hear it. I don't think they can hear it.
Okay, so we just have to suffer with it. Okay, great.
It's just you guys. Yeah, there's actually a lot of nice little Easter eggs back here. Anyway,
for anybody that wants to see more of that, do visit twitch.tv/Nasuth to see his streams.
Where I have my little bongo cats, and these are actually modeled up for my actual cats, Solaire and Luna. Anyway, so yes, you can skip to the exact parts you want to see. So if you want to find out exactly about Xeno's trip to Soapland, you can... But yes, we would also really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed. It really lets us know that you appreciate what we do and gives us encouragement to keep doing it, you know? And is there anything else? I think that's it. Xeno's back from Japan, obviously. He was in last week's news. He'll be here he was also in this week's news. Yeah, I think that's it for housekeeping. Shall we
I'm pretty sure I had the new shelf unit, didn't I? Like
I don't know if you had that for the news or not, but yeah, you actually can't see any of the like Xeno's apartment now. It's all just shelves and figures. It's just
weeb culture. Go full
nerd.
Yep.
Never go full weeb. Right.
So this week's episode, the idea is that instead of doing a usual show and tell, we've got a list of all the different places I've been to. I've kind of catalogued the photos. I was able to get some of the photos from one of my friends who went with us, and yeah, there's a lot there. So I did do like a show and tell with Joey and another friend, and that took like 3 hours, and I don't really want to put people through that agony, so this is just going to be an interrogation. You guys come up with whatever questions you want to talk about, and we'll talk about the various different parts.
Cool.
So
I know exactly where I want to start.
Interrogation begin.
Interrogation.
I know exactly where I want to start. I want to as an American, of course, obviously, I have a rich and troubled history with Japan. I want to hear more about the Hiroshima Victims Memorial and like the park and the Peace Memorial. You know, all everything around that whole.
So I think the best one to talk about first, if that's the case, is to talk about the Peace Memorial Museum itself.
Okay.
That's Shin Godzilla from the Godzilla store. Sorry. So this was a really, really interesting location. I think realistically this was the best part of the entire holiday. But it's also the most harrowing. So as we go into the center of Hiroshima, we get to see the peace clock, right? So we get to see the memorial museum, and we're introduced by this peace clock, which was just depicted a moment ago. And the idea is that this peace clock shows 2 timer panels. The top one is the number of days since the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, and the second panel is the number of days since the last atomic bomb testing. So all nuclear launch testing and things like that. And brilliantly timed. This is a letter to President Biden from Hiroshima City, basically asking not to prepare for nuclear war based on the invasion of the Ukraine.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah, so this is like asking, and the date. Unfortunately, the panels were just at the wrong frequency, so it was impossible to take a photo of the panels themselves. But it was like 567 days, I think, when we took those. No, 576 days or something. When we actually took those photos. Since the last test. And the idea is that this clock, if the state of the world gets really bad, then the gears will spin so fast that the clock will destroy itself, because the last gear in the bottom of the clock is actually encased in cement. I don't know how that works, because my thought on physics was if you rotate the gears, like it would sort of like travel down, but maybe there's so little give, like there's enough because there's so many gears that it'll take a long time. But anyway,
with enough diminishing returns on the gearing, you can make a clock that would revolve once every 10,000 years or something, or a gear that can revolve once every 10,000 years, just with enough levels of recursion. Yeah. And so having one that's actually stopped,
it's absolutely brilliant. Again, you can see that like both panels at the top there are just blank. And it's like, no, there's actually numbers there. You just couldn't take the photos of them. Anyway, right. The rest of the museum was incredible, right? God damn it, that noise, Nasuth. The rest of the museum was incredible. Like, it was all personal, right? Every single element to it. So you would go to, as you were touring through, they showed you what's called the hypercenter of where the atomic bomb exploded. So I think, if memory serves, it was 600 meters above ground level.
Oh, so is that like an epicenter, but instead of for an earthquake, it's for a explosion? Like a nuclear explosion?
Kind of, but it was also like in the sky. So like the hypocenter hit multiple places at once.
Right. Okay.
So it was a huge, massive area that was hit. And you saw, like, I think it was 140,000 lives were lost due to that explosion, right? On the day of the explosion.
In like a fraction of a second. Yeah.
Yeah. And you go through the actual museum and you hear lots of stories about what happened, I don't want to go into too much detail because it is not pleasant to hear, but realistically it's so educational. I really feel if you're going to Japan, please make a trip to go to Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum.
It's like going to Germany and not visiting any of them, but especially Auschwitz. Yeah.
There's so much history behind it, and like it was so harrowing, and so it's such an important lesson behind everything.
Yeah.
Like I got 3/4 of the way through, and I had to stop and take a break because I genuinely felt like I was going to be sick. Unfortunately, there are no photos realistically of inside because they ask you not to. But honestly, it was brilliant. Like you can get like an audio guide, right, in English and things, and I bought them for the group, and it was incredible. It was just absolutely incredible. moving on from that straight to the Cenotaph, which is... Did I just hear clicking? Was there questions? No?
No. I was going to say, I thought you were going to go to the airport, because you've got a listing for that specifically.
No, I do. Don't get me wrong. But
carry on.
Yeah. So the Cenotaph is this memorial, which a lot of people were praying to. You know, there was a huge line there when we walked past it in the morning as we were going to the museum. You can actually see the museum in the background. The like low squat building that's rectangular in the front. And this is the Cenotaph. It's this huge memorial that you stand at. We're at the back right now in this photo.
Yeah, it's like this cool arch sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see it vaguely just above the flame. The flame is on this weird platform that's like an anvil in front of you now. But the actual the point to which you pray is at the other end of this water feature. And yeah, there were loads of people. Oh god, I should have filtered out the photos more. I didn't expect it to just randomly pick the same fucking photo. Anyway, but yeah, so it was incredible watching people. There were people that were disrespectful, and like climbing on it and taking photos, and you just instantly saw the whole crowd stare at them. And they kind of got off and buggered off, but it's nothing to dishonor and things like this. Wow, this is really taking the piss. All right, yeah. So that's the Cenotaph. I don't know if you have any questions, because I'm going to move on to the next part, which is the dome itself. So this.
Oh yeah, I was really curious about that too. Yeah.
Now the dome. You can see in a straight line between the Memorial Museum, the Cenotaph, and the dome. So it's like a straight line. This is the only building, freestanding structure that survived. I say survived in the loosest possible terms. Remained standing. At the point of the explosion, and yeah, it was incredible to see that
I saw this when I was looking in the photos, and I was like, is that what I think it is? And yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, so they've completely preserved it. You can't go in it, you can't see it, but it's this huge point of history that remains ever relevant to the whole country. There was an ongoing theme throughout the whole of Hiroshima, which was like, atomic weapons bad. We want to strive to bring peace to the world. Oh yeah, and there's a random heron. Just like we got, no word of a lie, we got 2 feet from this thing. It just didn't budge. It didn't care.
It's probably used to tourists feeding it. I think this shot right here, even though the heron's in there, I think it's incredible that you see the ruined building, and then in the background you see the thriving metropolis that Hiroshima has become again.
Yeah,
I think that's such a strange but beautiful thing that they've come back from this so hard.
It's even more poignant to see the greenery and the heron in front of it. In fact, you've got nature, destruction, civilization in those nice layered shots.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Well, I mean, not all these photos are mine, but yes, hats off to whomever actually took the photos. But yeah, so the other side of it is, we've got a collection of just other photos in and across Hiroshima. So this is the point in which the atomic bomb actually hit. I can't remember. I think it was like 50 meters from where it should have hit. Like it was off course because of like wind and things like that. So yeah, this was me being a prat and taking a photo of a random boat. Actually, to be fair, I just liked the shot. I thought it was a nice, interesting. And it was also very interesting how much of the greenery was actually more of a brown color. It was more like akin to autumn, and like, but this is spring. Why is it this color? And I think it's potentially just an aftermath of the explosion or a drought. I'm not entirely sure, because you could
it's
actually
also
see
early spring.
Yeah, but even so, like, you know, foliage doesn't really start off brown. So, but yeah, in fact, in this image, you can actually see there's a gentleman on top of that hill, which is again another monument. He is actually watering it. So, yeah, again, I think it is partially because of the drought. Again, it's a very beautiful city. It's very, very clean. He says, getting that photo.
Well, yeah, but that looks like a really old, yeah.
Well, all of it is,
all stonework gets like that eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially it's got like metal bits on there that obviously run down. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is getting closer to the outskirts of the city. So we ended up walking from the city centre where you saw all the memorial stuff to a park. I honestly can't find the name of this park. I think it's got several names because the thing was so big. I will give you a little bit of a funny story with this park. Hold on, let me just quickly find the photos of it. It's that one. I think it's this one. Maybe if it wants to change. Yes, this is the one. This is me realizing I should have probably modified these photos a little bit, but regardless, this is the park where we were trying to replicate a photo, and we got lost in a very, very large way. So we crossed the river. And we're like, which way do we go? Left or right? And it was like, oh, let's go left, because there's this huge road that leads to it. So we went left, we followed the road. By this point in time, we'd already been walking for like 20 minutes, right? And I was told that it was like, oh yeah, no, it's just a mile down the road, right? So we'd hit our mile, and like, okay, so we turn left and we follow this road, and we go up this windy road, up this hill, and okay, this is it. Like, so we go off the road and we go up this stone staircase, like the traditional, like, shit tons of stairs, and it wasn't that bad, but like, so we go up the staircase. I'm tired at this point. I'm a fat bastard. I need my rest, my leg rest, right? So, we took a break and everything. So Loz and I, we stopped for a bit, or rather, Loz waited for me to catch my breath. And the other two continued on to find this observation point in order to take the photo. And we lost them. Loz and I lost them. We had no idea where they were, right? And we continued on, and we're like, okay, there's 3 possible routes they could have gone here. Turns out one of them was not an option. I missed that entirely. It was just like there was a little tiny little barricade that was like a foot off the ground, right? And I just completely missed that. So you couldn't go that way. So there's 2 possible routes they could have gone. And like, they could have gone down to the museum, or they could have gone straight on and F knows where. So we kept on going straight. We walked for over an hour, and we eventually caught up with them at this observation point. The unfortunate side effect is we discovered that at the observation point, just to the right, there was a staircase going straight to the road. That instead of turning, so instead of turning left, if we turned right, we would have been right at the observation point. Instead, we went all the way around.
At least you get to see the countryside.
Well, I mean, the problem was that it was very hilly, very foresty and things like that. It wasn't like an open park. It was very much like lots and lots of trees and things like that. So you didn't get to see a whole lot. But the problem was neither Loz nor I had the Wi-Fi dongle. So as a result, we couldn't contact either of the other two to say, where are you? Right? And it got to the point where, like, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here, right? We got to a point where we actually encountered some local citizens, and I would jokingly, no, not jokingly, I was in earnest. I wanted to ask, was like, have you seen two white people? Right? And Loz, like, they're not going to understand that. Fine. They're not going to understand that. But we did hit, when we met them, we hit a crossroads. Like, which way do we go, left or right? And I was going, like, I had my hand above my head. It was like, top, and, like, pointing at the one on the right. It was like, top. And they were like, they didn't understand. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I, waved goodbye and everything, and started heading to the one on the right. And then the woman basically sort of goes, no, like putting crosses with her arms and things, like, she was indicating you had to go around on the left. So again, basic communication did work, even though we didn't speak each other's language. But it was just so funny. Me stood there going, top. It's like, did not work.
Stupid gaijin.
Yeah, pretty much. So
it's just in with Kanpai News. Xeno is a bottom. See top.
But that's basically it. That is the that's Hiroshima in a nutshell. So where do you want to go next?
Well, I was about to say, as a victim of the British travel and public transport situation, I wanted to have a look at the Shinkansen, but I've decided to go for a much more interesting looking section of your photos, labelled food and drink.
Food and drink.
Mother F. Okay, fine. Food and drink. Sorry. Why? How did I screw that up so hard? Anyway, so food and drink. The food was incredible. I love this sign. Yodobashi, the dining. Like, yep, that's so. It was this sort of like food hall, food court sort of thing at the top of this mega store sort of thing. So you had like loads of different smaller stores that were all within this mega store, and at the top floor was this food court. So the food was incredible. We had, I had a donbori, which was done in a way I'd never had before, and it was incredible. We went to a sushi train, which is what this photo is. This is the aftermath of the sushi train. I really wish I got more photos. I do have more of the sushi train, but what else was there? The ramen was incredible. The food, all in all, was just amazing. And these are the drinks. Oh, I'm going to tell you about the drinks. Right. So, 4 drinks here. Didn't realize that Coke was going to be actual sized. We've got roasted green tea, melon Fanta, and just regular plain old Coke.
Oh,
right?
Melon Fanta.
Now, when you say actual size, what do you mean?
When we went to the vending machines, and I was buying drinks for everyone, I saw that and I thought, oh, that's just like a shrunk down version of the full. They needed to get this in the vending machine. I thought it was like the one on the left here. Nah, it was actually that was actual size. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh,
here you go, Loz.
Okay,
I don't mean to offend you. It's just actually what the size. Melon Fanta was incredible. Like it was one of the drinks I had a lot of.
I'm guessing it's more cantaloupe melon than watermelon.
Yes. Yeah. Also here we've got that lemon drink. That was just plain soda water with maybe like a hint of lemon.
Yeah.
Right? This is spicy tonkotsu ramen. Oh my god, that egg. That egg was delicious. I've never had an egg taste that good. So it's technically a soft-boiled egg, but it's majority hard-boiled. So the yolk is ever so slightly runny, ever so slightly. But before they finish hard-boiling the egg, they dip it in a marinade and leave it there for, I think, a day. So the outer edge of the whites absorb this flavor. It was delicious. It was utterly divine. Right? I've never had an egg taste this good. This is one of those pastries that you see in Lucky Star with the chocolate in the middle. I didn't realize that there's a hole both ends.
Oh yeah.
Right? I thought it was like an ice cream cone, right? And like I was always baffled by the fact that in Lucky Star the character was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm eating this," and you know, how do you handle the hole on both ends? Well, don't eat the bloody other end, do you? Right? Nah, there's genuinely a hole on both ends. This is fried chicken from the sushi place. Again, it was just really, really nice. Damn it, I don't know what else to say with the fried chicken. You'll see that all the plates have different prices. So all the plates are different colors. That indicates the different price.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Take it that's what's the plant? Aloe vera and peach.
Nope.
No, it's pineapple.
That's pineapple.
Oh, I can't see it behind.
And apple?
Yeah,
regular apple?
Regular apple, orange, and banana, right? Couldn't taste the apple or orange to save my life, right? But the pineapple
banana are good.
And banana,
yeah.
Oh my god, it works.
Yes, they do.
Both
yes,
really
they do.
strong, powerful flavors. Couldn't believe it.
But they sort of balance out each other, because I know you don't really like that strong, sweet pineapple flavor, but
but banana works really, really well with it.
Yep.
This is a fruit
white grape.
It just works brilliantly. I love that one.
Apple.
No, it's peach, apple, mango, and lemon.
Mango. Lemon.
Right.
Okay.
So the top dish, was extremely fatty tuna, and I can't remember what that beef was. Oh god, what was that beef? I can't remember what that beef was.
Toby.
But
no.
Maybe it was. But yeah, that was just, oh god, it was incredible. The fatty tuna was just like, it's so weird and buttery and things. The beef, like, I'm not a huge fan. Screw you, chicken. The beef I didn't mind so much. The beef I didn't mind so much. But I'm not a huge fan of beef. Like, I wouldn't order it again, but it was still quite a nice experience and things. The fatty tuna, it just sort of like melted in your mouth. Again, that was expensive, right? Hence the weird patterning on the plate. But
so it was worth experiencing, but you wouldn't necessarily get the beef again.
Yeah, exactly. So the really cool thing about the sushi trade, I'm really hoping that the takoyaki, the octopus balls would actually turn up, but I mean, they're being... Anyway, the really cool thing about the sushi was we spent 6,400 yen, right? Which in pounds, if you divide it by 150, comes to like 40 quid, right? We spent 40 quid on all this sushi.
Wow.
Like all massive chunks of sushi.
And that's between all three of you? Or all four of you?
No. That was just two of us.
Oh,
right?
wow, okay. Still.
And yeah, and it was just like, you could never pull that off here in the UK, right? For that quantity, exactly what you wanted, right? For 40 quid, right? This is convenience store, just a rice ball with a slab of salted salmon, right? It was very nice. Typically, I'd have one of these in the morning, or like, you know, something akin to it, like just an onigiri or whatever. That would do me till lunchtime, just one of them. They were so filling. Absolutely incredible.
Well, they're like super dense, aren't they?
Yes, they are very dense, but... unfortunately, the takoyaki is just being elusive. But one thing I wanted to say is that with the takoyaki, absolutely massive, right? The size of those octopus balls were just like, holy crap. So yeah, there is a photo here somewhere, but... So
what you're saying is that you like sticking big octopus balls in your mouth?
Dude, I love... deep throating those gigantic octopus balls. They're incredible. Anyway, that's enough about food. Right, what do you want to talk about next?
Put those balls in your jaws.
Yep. Need those balls. What do you want to talk about next?
Oh, show us some of the lodgings.
Okay, right. So unfortunately, we did not have photos of the last lodgings. Ah, there it is. Right. So we've only got the first two. So the first.
I know one of them that you stayed in was like super traditional, right?
Right. This is the super traditional one. So we went to Kyoto and we decided to pay a bit extra for this super traditional accommodation, right? And it was super small. This is Hiroshima. I will make the distinction. So Kyoto, super traditional. It accommodated 16 people, but there was only 4 of us. So the idea was it was 4 per room. But what we did was we did 1 person per room. And it was really weird that they set up the accommodation. They put the 3 guys in the same one room and the girl by herself. And like, fair enough. But the reason why we've gone for this is because 2 of us snore like cement mixers, right? So let's put them all in separate rooms. So, we're all in separate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've told you, Nasuth. I don't know if I've told Thaylien this. But, in case I haven't, Thaylien, have you noticed what is missing from these rooms? Little difficult to tell.
Starts with an A, ends with an R.
The hell's an... What?
It's 2 words.
Armchairs.
What?
Isn't it not? Is it not the air conditioner?
No.
Oh.
They had air conditioning. Everyone had air conditioners.
I could have sworn you said they didn't have air conditioning. Oh, okay.
No. Well, this one, right? This one didn't have curtains of any kind.
Right.
Oh.
Right. No curtains, no blinds, giant ass windows. 5 a.m. rolls around. You fucking know 5 a.m.'s rolled around. It's like I was up. I was like instantly awake.
It's like they say, Nasuth, if it weren't for blinds, it'd be curtains for all of us.
Yeah.
True.
They had this really lovely ornate garden in the middle there. You can see. You couldn't access it. Fine. Don't really care to access it. I would like to just look at it. That's all cool. And then we have the size of the door frames.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
This was a common problem for Loz.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must be Loz because he's the tallest of you, isn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody ever really realizes
also,
that Loz is like super tall.
Huh?
He's 6
How
foot.
tall is he? Is he 6 foot?
Yeah.
Oh,
He might be
I'm taller than
6'1".
him,
He might be 6'1". But yeah, so like the door frames, like,
I'm 6 foot.
and then there's this. Right. No word of a lie. The number of corridors, right, in this place.
Oh wow.
That, like, Loz and I would have to sideways step down the whole corridor. Right? Was massive.
Loz, my man, with all due respect, that it's not your fault, but with that corridor, you look like Lurch.
It's that in the pose, yeah.
We all had this problem.
Yeah.
Right. Again, this is the first place that we stayed in Hiroshima. Very nice. We we had very nice space, very nice blinds. So curtains and things. It was great. Yeah, I mean, one of the weirdest things.
How rough was it getting in and out of a floor futon?
I never did. I was in bed the entire time.
Oh,
yes.
I swear that was like a floor futon in that room.
Yes, but I didn't sleep in it. Right.
Oh.
So the first place, 2 of the rooms had beds, 2 of the rooms had futons. Right. The second place had slabs of granite, right? And floor futons. The third place all had, so it was all beds. So, unfortunately, I have no photos of the third place. This was the one that was in Tokyo, but, I don't have any of those photos. So that's...
One other question about the traditional place. Were the bathrooms also traditional?
Right, so I know what you're talking about. No, they don't have any of the floor toilets, right? all the bathrooms are like the most sophisticated toilets. Yeah, this is the bedded room in, but in Hiroshima. But all the toilets are like the super sci-fi. I'm not kidding. Ones. Every toilet in Japan has a heated seat, right? They are genuinely heated. When I came back and all the public restrooms are super spick and span clean, right? They are incredible how clean they are, right? I came back to the UK the same night. I went to use a public restroom in London, and I was like, "Oh God, I forgot the smell." It's honestly, it was insane.
Yeah.
Right? The care and attention that they put into incredible. It's
I expect a lot of the higher end tourist spots to have normal. Well, I say normal, but you know what I mean. Sit down toilets, because obviously they're catering towards tourists. But I figured a more traditional place would try to. Wow, that's pretty cool though.
I think the thing is, like, when I want to call it, I'm joking by saying this, the toilet revolution happened in Japan. It was just like, we don't need to keep all this old crap. So, but yeah.
I'm impressed with that kind of service. Having somebody come along and sit on the seat long enough if it's
for you.
Not quite. They're all electric and everything. I mean, to be fair, I was just thinking, like, what is the electricity cost just to maintain this toilet temperature, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Where do you want to go to next? Where next?
Well, if Thaylien doesn't have
my heated toilet seat, I was going to, but based on my heated toilet seat, I'm just checking my smart meter there. You're looking at 2.22 watts an hour for every single one of them.
Wait. 2.2
totally have a heated
watts.
toilet seat.
2.2 watts. No, 2.2 kilowatts.
Yes.
Per hour.
Just checking. Yeah, because 2.2 kilowatts per hour is hell of a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, but 2.2 regular watts isn't.
It's cheap as hell.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Although I do have my computer on at the same time, so there could be some I could have overestimated that and underestimated the computer.
Anyway. All right, so what do you want to talk about next?
So, where was it? You went to Hiroshima first. Where was the next? Where did you go to next after that?
That was Kyoto, right?
Kyoto.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's have a look at Kyoto City.
Okay. So, oh god, which photo is that? Nice.
There's Kyoto City up here.
Okay, that one. Right.
The tower one, yeah.
Yes. So Kyoto City. This was surprising. The sheer volume of the more traditional, more rustic architecture in Kyoto, which stands side by side with the more modern and even super modern structures, was incredible. There should be a number of photos comparing that. The Kyoto train station was this huge, like, shopping mall plus train station combined shenanigans.
Even in this picture, you can kind of see the building, the really low building in the middle, and then the big apartment buildings on either side.
Yep. There is another one which is
even more stark.
Sort of thing. So this is Kyoto train station, which has like a shopping mall attached to it and everything. There's like an underground section.
Look at that roof on the left.
Shops. Yep.
That's beautiful.
It's incredible. Again, you will actually find that with Kyoto, there's a lot more green in the foliage, unlike Hiroshima, which was a huge shock. Again, there was the whole walking around. We saw more smaller streets with Hiroshima. Sorry, not with Hiroshima, with Kyoto. And I think, again, still with Tokyo. So, like, there were streets here that, you'd struggle to get a car down. Especially in the in the US. Some of these streets were tiny. We ended up navigating the bus network in Kyoto, and one thing we discovered is that with the buses, they have a set uniform price, right? You pay, it's either 220 yen or 230 yen a trip. It doesn't matter how far you go, that's what you pay. You can get these special pass cards that are akin to Oyster cards. You couldn't pay using like Monzo or just your phone. They don't have that. They don't have that contactless payment sort of thing. But using those sorts of cards and things like that, or you can have the exact change. They will only take exact change. No money back or anything like that. And you could just pay and just get on the importance of 100 yen coins and 10 yen coins became very apparent to us. We're like, oh, these are like gold dust, but it was incredible. You just got on the bus, and then where you got off, you would just you go to the front of the bus where the driver is, you put the coins in, and you get off. That's it. There's a complete trust system, right? It was you never get.
Wait, so they don't make you pay when you get on; they make you pay when you get off.
No, you get off when you get off, right? Complete trust system.
Yeah. So what is the equivalent of an Oyster card in America, Nasuth? A travel card that's actually done by the travel company.
I don't remember what they're called here, but we do have like it's like you get like a bus pass or a subway pass or whatever, and it's just like you pay a X amount and you just use that whatever. It just covers it everything.
Where is my wallet? Oh, because we
unfortunately where I live we don't have mass transit really, so
no you don't.
So we ended up doing exactly that for Tokyo, right? Mm-hmm. We got these I'm trying to get a good angle on the actual, there you go, Pasmo cards, and it allows you to get on the
I'm gonna switch back to the big one for a second, just so.
Sure. So you can actually get on any of the transit systems with these. You can actually get them named, but you can also return these if you want to. But I kind of wanted to keep it because it's like a holiday.
Yeah.
Souvenir kind of, it's like memorial experience.
It's one of those non-touristy tourist souvenirs.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the big thing was that there was two. There was that, and I think it's not Suecia, which is the studio. It's like Suecia or something like that. So there's two competing cards that work, and unfortunately, like outside of Tokyo, it's the one, and then inside Tokyo, it's the one I've got. So yeah. The problem was we had to constantly buy, using like the train systems and stuff, you had to buy these special tickets for tiny little things, absolutely tiny. And the likelihood was you were going to lose it. This is the photo that's like a huge contrast where you can see like the super old,
you even got like a pagoda roof,
and the more recent. Yeah.
Wow.
So Kyoto was incredible. It was a very, very beautiful city. We got to see a lot of the touristy bits. Yeah.
One other question about the mass transit. So we know that the trains are like super strict about their timings. Are the buses a little bit more lax because they have to deal with like regular traffic?
I can't really answer that. I want to say yes. But it was difficult to know whether or not the bus was even late, right? Or if the bus hadn't even turned up. I mean, I heard rumblings from like Westerners that had said like, oh, the bus hasn't turned up or whatever. But I mean, I also kind of wonder whether or not that's you just getting on the wrong. Oh my god, I fucked up. I massively fucked up.
Oh yeah.
So when we went to Thaylien's like, no surprise there. No, when we went to the Golden Temple, we were coming back and everything. And we came down one way and we're like, right, we're going to go meet in Kyoto Central, right? And I was like, right, so let's go back the other way then. I was like, no. The buses go two non-intersecting routes, right? So one of them will go clockwise around the city and the other one will go anti-clockwise around the city. Never will the two meet, right? Now, in the UK, we don't do that, right? We either have the bus go just one way entirely, right? Or it goes, down one way, get to the end, and then turn around and come back. Right? Never, and the big thing was, it wasn't like, oh, this is the Kyoto clockwise and this is the Kyoto anti-clockwise, or the central line clockwise and the central line anti-clockwise, or the central line west and the central line east. None of that, right? You didn't know which side of the road to get on, and you had to rely on Google Maps to find out.
Oh, yeah. These pictures have been incredible. Like, my goodness.
Right. Where to next?
Well, let's extend that transportation thing. You went on the Shinkansen, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, it wasn't the Gundam or the Eva Shinkansen, but
no, that's not a real.
It's not there anymore.
Nasuth.
It's not there anymore.
I don't think it was ever there.
Yeah, it was. It was actually.
Right.
Well, as opposed to the Adventure Time Shinkansen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went on two Shinkansens from Hiroshima to Kyoto and Kyoto to Tokyo, right?
Is that what mountain is that in the background? Is that
that's
Fuji?
Fuji.
Oh,
Fuji.
Yeah.
That's Fuji.
We got loads and loads of photos of Fuji, right?
Fuji-san.
Well, I mean, basically, as we were on the train, as we were on the Shinkansen going from Kyoto to Tokyo, it was such a clear day, right? We got to see Fuji, right? This is hell of a distance between us and Fuji, and we were able to see
the lack of smog and stuff. Yeah, wow.
It was right.
Also, not wearing a hat, no blanket on top. That's actually quite rare in the spring.
Yeah.
I'm not
talking about
sure
cloud cover. He's talking about cloud cover and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's because like Table Mountain's the one I've been up that always has tourists on top of it, except when the cloud rolls in because they can't run the cable cars.
Ooh, can we pause for 2 seconds? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Right, so continuing on, the Shinkansen was crazy. It got to a top speed of 180 miles per hour that we recorded.
Wow.
Right? So, it was crazy fast. So that's 253 kilometers per hour, I think, if I remember correctly from...
Isn't it so smooth that you can, balance, a lighter or something and it won't fall over?
Oh, God, yeah. You cannot feel it.
Yeah.
I could not tell we were going that fast until Rich pulled up a speedometer on his phone. And I'm like, bloody hell. It was so buttery smooth.
That's incredible.
Unfortunately, the seats, if you're a tall person, we had the over shelf baggage area, right, was massive. You could actually fit a suitcase, like a proper travel abroad suitcase, up in this thing. In the UK, you're lucky if you can fit your fucking backpack up there, right? But yes, you can fit your suitcases up there.
They've had to reduce those since all the drunk mad lads try to sleep in them.
Oh my god. I wouldn't be surprised. But so unfortunately, on the second one from Kyoto to Tokyo, we bought some bento. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those photos. But I had a unagi bento, which was eel, right? It was, I think, 3/4 of an eel, right?
Wow.
It was, it was £20 for this bento box, right? And I ended up sharing it with, someone else that was on the trip and everything. Oh my God, it was incredible. Right, the way it was prepared, the way it was marinated, it was just on a bed of plain sticky Japanese rice, right? But my God, it was incredible to have. Yeah, it was worth it, and like, you know, because we're not going to do the trip that often and things, but yeah, so we got so many photos of the Shinkansen pulling in.
Yeah. So you might say that bento was a good eel.
Is that another one on the other side? So you got one pulling in and another one already there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely huge. Loads of space. You can stand upright in them, you know, which is a plus to say the least. But yeah, unfortunately, so the cool thing is, if you got the end seats, right? So let's say you got rows 1 and 2, you can actually rotate the chairs of row 1 to face row 2.
Oh,
you can
wow!
Only do this on the end. You can't do it I don't think you could do it anywhere else. No. I think you could, but the reason we chose those was because there was space to put the suitcases if we couldn't get them on the overhead. That was it. So yeah. But the Shinkansen was incredible. Look how far away Fuji is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's that.
That's
That
got to be at
massive.
least. That's got to be at least 3 football fields, Nasuth.
At least.
That.
Could even be 4.
It's the size. It's the size of 7 large washing machines.
Oh my god. Anyway, right. What next? What do you want to talk about next?
Oh goodness. In the Shinkansen, I would say probably either the Gundam Factory or the Gundam Front.
I'm gonna go with Gundam Front. Actually, no. I'm gonna do Gundam Factory first. I'm gonna do that briefly, and then we're gonna go straight into Gundam Front.
Gundam Front. Okay.
Because there's a lot more nice stuff to look at with Gundam Front. Gundam Factory is like, but you got the RX-78. No, yeah, the RX-78 F00, right?
And that's about it.
So, and that's about it. This was incredible to see. It's a 1-to-1 scale Gundam statue. It's very well articulated. It's very slow moving, right? The range of articulation is incredible, right, for the actual statue. And believe it or not, the reason why it's in the harness is not because
it needs to be held up.
It can't. It needs to be held up, or it needs to move due to external factors. The reason it has to be in the harness is actually because in Japanese law, you can't have a freestanding structure that you cannot guarantee wouldn't fall over during an earthquake.
Oh, right? Makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They had this huge sign, and they said, like, you know, they wanted it to be freestanding and it could move independently and things like that. But because the law states you have to guarantee it won't fall over, and they couldn't, it had to be mounted into a harness.
To be fair, as many earthquakes as they have, that does make sense.
We actually
do I count as a structure?
Yes. So but it was absolutely incredible to see. They have this like special museum section where they go through, and you know, you can find out all. I got a video. I'll see if I can actually get the video up on Twitter or something afterwards.
Oh, is it the one you showed me? Where it like looks at the camera?
No. So okay. I'll get that one up as well. But the one that I'm talking about is they actually have this little robot, right? It's about like half the size of a torso, like, you know, half the size of a person. Mm-hmm. It's in a special glass cabinet, and it is actually constructing tiny little Gundams.
Oh my god!
It's actually building them then and there. So I'll put that video up on the internet somewhere. Or maybe we could just show it up on the YouTube channel for people to see. But yeah, it was absolutely incredible to see this.
If we do that, link in description if we've done that.
Yes, yeah. We will do that. Link in the description. So Loz graciously bought tickets for us to go up to the higher decks, and we could actually get really close up to the Gundam and things.
Yeah.
And we were so lucky that as we got up to like the prime spot to actually to take the photos of like the head and things like that, it turned to face us.
Yeah.
So we actually got a recording of it, and it just
it's honestly a little intimidating.
It is quite. Also, the first photo that came up on here, you could actually see that the cockpit was open. So they actually scaled the cockpit as well. They built the cockpit, and there's a little dummy of a person in there. And it has speeches and, says all sorts of weird and wonderful things. It has a timer that is just on one of the catwalks. You can't actually stand on that catwalk. But it has a timer that actually says when the next thing is that's going to happen. It does stuff like all hour round. It's incredible. This is I don't think this is a one-to-one. This is a replica of the working finger in the actual statue. So
wow, look at the amount of articulation around the fingers. That's amazing. So you've got actual multiple disc joints there.
Yeah.
And of course you've then got a winch system to actually
like actual tendons
to actually move it.
Yeah.
So it's not it looks like a screw-driven
but I mean they do the same work as
piston
tendons do.
So is it
So it weighed. So it's 18 meters tall and weighs, I want to say 25 tons.
Jeez.
So if we wanna turn this into Nasuth terms, it's 18 cars tall, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it's about 1.5 lorries heavy. Sorry.
Yeah. And just to put that kind of in perspective, Loz and I being 6 foot and taller, we're not even 2 meters.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
2 meters is taller than a 6'4" person.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is 9 of us stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's honestly, it's
just.
So unfortunately, the sad news is the shop sucked. Right. You would have thought, as the prime real estate for going to go see a Gundam, you'd actually expect to have good supply of stock in. Nope. All they had was various kits of the statue outside. Everything else had sold out. That was it. Accessories for that model. Like there was one which is like a toboggan with rockets on it. It's hilarious. But yeah.
They want you to go play their gacha games elsewhere.
But let's move on to Gundam Front.
Gundam Front.
Also known as Gundam Base. Base, buttery biscuit base. So this is where the RX-78 F00 was originally based. They ended up replacing it with that should not be in there. That should not. Can we pause real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Right. Sorry about that. So yes. So Gundam Front. This was a really big shop in a shopping complex called Diver City. There are lots of different shops there. This is where we ended up going to that sushi train place and. Loads and loads. But at the very top of it is this Gundam store, and it has loads of stuff. It also has the Gundam Unicorn statue outside of it, and at night it gets lit up and everything. I think can't remember what time it was, but they have like it's like Lover's Hour or something like this, which is like the last event the Unicorn will do before it doesn't do anything for the rest of the night. It was super weird because like you can see it just about on behind it. There's a projector that actually shows like all the different main protagonists and romantic love interests that are there through throughout all of Gundam series. And like some of them was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So wait, is Suletta and Mirin in there?
I can't remember if Loz said that they were or not. I think he said that they were. Okay. But yeah. Unfortunately, Gundam Front is a little bit let down. There's loads and loads of really nice, pretty models and things in there. But unfortunately, they had fuck all stock. All the stuff they had, no word of a lie, all the stuff they had, right, was the stuff you didn't want. Like, there was so much Gundam AGE in there. There was so much, oh god, what else was in there? There's so many Turn A Gundams in there. There was so many model kits. I'm like, no, I don't want it. There's like a Gundam Curios, which is like one of the Gundams from 00, right? It's like, but that's the one no one likes. I try to get, oh god, the entire time we were in Tokyo, I tried to get a Gundam Aerial, right? Could not get one, right?
Wow.
No matter where I went to one shop, they had every model kit from the series in there except for Aerial. Right? Aerial's just gone. We saw one, right, for 50 quid. I'm like, not paying 50 quid for it when it's 10 quid brand new. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, the you got loads of like special originals.
Did you find Tequila Gundam?
I don't think we did. I ended up getting Joey a ungraded Master Gundam from G Gundam.
Damn.
Yeah. This is one of the custom Epions that you could only get from this store. So there was a bunch of them. There was a custom wing, there was a custom unicorn, there was a custom Epion. There was a whole range of them, but there was also like clear coat kits, metallic kits. This is a metallic kit, so it's like all shiny metal and everything. But yeah, so it was incredible to see. My luck of finding decent model kits actually came from Akihabara. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Well, I think that what we should probably do is, rather than going straight back into models, if we go through the rest of the cities,
sure,
regular sites and things you did, and then we finish off with loot.
So I think Tokyo is the only one we haven't looked at.
Nasuth,
we should also
on your rage.
Yes. We should also look at the shrine, too.
Yes. So let's go through through Tokyo, through the shrines, through the Fushimi Inari-taisha.
Okay, let's do this thing. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Right. So, Tokyo City. Tokyo is massive. Like, it's the world's biggest city. I am not kidding to how massive it was. You know, we went to Odaiba, which is where Gundam Front was. We went to Yokohama, which is this port and where Gundam Factory is. Went to Shibuya, Shinjuku, Akihabara, obviously. There's a couple of other places that we went to. Tokyo is massive, and it really shows its, I want to say, its appreciation for its own culture. So I don't know if I can easily bring it up. I want to try to. In Tokyo Airport, where is that? Oh, those. The Tokyo Airport is, what is that? This one. Right, so in Tokyo Airport, you can actually see they have this big thing of oh god damn it, Nasuth! You've got the old style Tokyo writing and you got the new style Tokyo writing, but behind Nasuth it actually says old meets new, right?
Oh.
They have this huge, massive emphasis of keeping the old cultural heritage. Don't worry about it. Keeping the old cultural heritage while at the same time
I see.
While at the same time embracing, you know, moving forward with the future of technology and things like, you know, and the culture. This was an amazingly hilarious statue that was outside the train station where we were staying and things. Again, absolutely.
What?
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy and absolutely everywhere. I got loads of random photos. I'd like to end on that. But you saw like vending machines literally everywhere. This, unfortunately, I apologize, is a shitty photo of Akihabara, right? Akihabara, right? like, we have nothing like that in the UK. I don't even know if you have anything like that in the US. The idea is that you have an entire main street, right? Several car widths wide, right, is the street. The whole thing is just geek central, right? It's just weeb central. Not only that, but the off-roads as well are just full of... I should have done a separate button for Akihabara. Are just full of geeky and weeb shops, right? I have never seen such cultural acceptance for weeb kind, right? And you'd actually think, like, in the UK, you go to, like, Forbidden Planet or what have you, so few people are into... Sorry, so it's a specific demographic, right? Let's be fair, that you'll find in those shops, not in Akihabara, right? It's a huge range, right? It's massively accepted over there, and it's just incredible, right? I cannot describe how big it is.
You've got to think of all the things that are connected to it as well. Everything from costume making, wig making, to the textiles, to anything that's connected to these things will have a shop represented.
Yeah, the closest thing I can think of is like the Hollywood industry, and if you've ever been to like LA, anywhere around the Hollywood district, it's a lot like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people that make props, people that make banners, people that make the merchandise, they'll be represented there in some way. There'll be custom everything in one shop or another.
Yeah.
So
really want to go.
The crazy thing is, on the Sunday, if you go to buy stuff, I do not recommend doing it on a Sunday. I recommend doing it on a weekday, right?
Oh, hey, look at those vending machines in the background.
Well, they're probably drinks.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I'm just saying.
But if you go to Akihabara on a Sunday, they close the entire main street of the entire district. So it's just foot traffic, nothing but foot traffic. We went on the Sunday. There were so many people; it was insane. But if
that sounds a bit pedestrian to me.
Oof. But the great thing about doing it on the weekdays is that you got to see you got a hell of a lot more access to the shops and things because it was really crowded. And if you've seen the Trash Taste special, we went to I think all of the shops that they go to, and like A Stop, which is where they got the secondhand stuff. Bloody heaven, right? I literally got out the elevator and I'm like, I want that one, that one, that one, that one. It's just like I just picked up the ticket and just wrote down what I wanted and made out like a freaking bandit, dude. Incredible. Anyway, right. That's city related stuff. Do you have any questions? Because I know I've really focused on Akihabara. This is the side streets of Akihabara.
Wow.
Everything's got a shop. Let's see what we got on the list. I think that just going from that one form of media to another, Japanese TV you've got a listing for.
Unfortunately, I've already got one photo for this. So I will keep it. I was hoping to get photos from anyone else that had more photos of it, but it was weird, right? I'm not kidding. Like we were sat there, we were watching it. Obviously, we couldn't understand a thing that was happening, and we were watching like a reality TV show where it's like reactionary to like loads of different things. They love to put different, like they'd have someone in the top corner or the bottom corner that was reacting to what we were seeing. They love that. They absolutely love having that. There was a prank show that we saw that was absolutely off the wall. But, their adverts, I think, are the best part of their TV because they are so off the wall.
I put, when you talked about that in the Notice Me Senpai episode, I put a SoftBank commercial in there that I think was only in the Patreon section. But their commercials are amazing.
They're crazy.
I mean, there was the whole Long Men series. There was, they do that sort of thing all the time.
what was it? Is it Mr. Saturn or something like that?
Yeah,
the
Segata Sanshiro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. There's so many.
Yep.
It's but the thing was, as we were watching the TV, we couldn't tell if what we were watching was an advert, a infomercial, or a show, right? Until like we were at least God knows how many minutes into it, because like at one point in time we're just watching these adverts, and like we got to this one, and we're like, what the heck? We were taking the piss, and they were like, oh, they're selling senzu beans or something like this, and it was going on. I was like, this is a long advert. And we've got 5 minutes. And I'm like, and then it was like, it was 3/4 of an hour of an infomercial trying to sell this basically plant extract. It was, I was just like, my God, what the hell? It was like, oh, it makes you young and healthy. And honestly, their TV is off the wall.
They put so much text on because I've looked at YouTube videos of like Japanese game shows and some of these reality shows that you're talking about. And there's so much text just everywhere. It's crazy.
But it's not just on the TV though. It's like out on the streets, right?
Yeah.
Like you're on the train station. I'm like, it's information overload constantly. You can always find where the hell you're going because they're amazingly. They've put English signs nearly everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. But like, oh my God, there's signs everywhere. Right. What else?
What can you think of, Nasuth, that we haven't? That before we get into Xeno's haul and his fun stuff he did. Well, it's all fun stuff, but I'm thinking
Torii gates.
I'm thinking like the Fushimi Inari-taisha, something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've got the Torii gates, right? I am not kidding. This was a mountain, literally, right? So we arrive and we start to climb these. There are Torii gates everywhere. I have never been so. Yep, this is a lot of Torii gates.
32,000 sub shrines.
You see
incredible.
You see the wall. I can't remember how many hours we were there. I climbed. I can't really tell because I didn't get to the top, but I either climbed half or 3/4 of the way. I really don't know, because we got after the tutorial. We like to joke and say this is the tutorial. So you go from what was the start to, I'm gonna call it a shrine. You get to shrine 1, and then it's like, okay, cool, this is really nice. You get to see some shrine priests do some acts. They have photos. Sorry, they have signs there saying, sorry, do not take photos and things. That was another big thing, is like the number of places that like don't take photos. We then went on to moving on to location 2. This took us about half an hour to get from the start to shrine 2, and it's like, you are here, right? 25 minutes to shrine 14. Just took us half an hour to get to 2. How the hell is it going to take us 25? So I don't know what kind of souped up cyborg calf muscles these people have to get it in 25 minutes, but after a while I got to shrine 6 and I just stopped there, and I think like shrines 11 through 13 were just missing off the map. So yeah, it was mental. Oh God, it's very scenic. So much culture behind this. I think the story is, and I could be wrong. Apologies if I am wrong. I think the story is basically the shrine at the top of the mountain was effectively not doing well financially. The upkeep was too much, and they weren't getting the donations to maintain it. So the monk was also who was looking after it was also a carpenter, and ended up making I think it's like 32,000 Torii gates, which are like these giant red arches, and basically just scattered throughout the whole of the mountainside these arches. And then basically people came to see these arches and would make a donation to have their name put on the arches. So like there's loads of arches that if I'm correct in understanding my history of this, but yeah, there's like loads of arches, there's loads of lovely ornate statues throughout the whole thing, loads and loads of shrines. It was incredible. It was hard work. It was bloody hard work getting up that hill. Sorry, that mountain. Literally a mountain. I think I messaged on Twitter, it's like, this is a mountain, right? Yeah, absolutely incredible. I don't know if you've got any follow-up questions.
Which mountain was it in the end? Because I thought it was one of the two, but which mountain is this on?
There were many. Again, the topography of Japan. The topography of Japan, there's mountains bloody everywhere. I'm not kidding.
There's 5 around Tokyo that are actually labeled as mountains.
Right. Oh god. Anime does not do it justice how many mountains there are. Right. It's just like, this whole city is surrounded by nothing but mountains. Yeah.
Inari is the mountain.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, no, I'm sorry. Why did I think Kami? No. It's Yami that's mountain, or Yama that's mountain. It's just somewhere in Fushimi.
Yep.
Which is part of Kyoto. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
I'm not going to go check with what my 2 suggestions were. That's just going to be too much effort for me right now.
Okay, so next one. What do you want to talk about next?
We've gone through the 3 cities.
The mountain is also named Inari. Okay, so the mountain is named for their spirit, their god, which is Inari, which was the patron of rice and agriculture, but also merchants and manufacturers, as it is the patron of business. Okay, anyway, go look up Fushimi Inari-taisha. Oh my gosh, Fushimi Inari-taisha, and go read about it. It's really good.
We've gone through the foot and drink. I'm
going to railroad this now.
Let's go to the
last 3 things, right?
The loot section, the Godzilla store.
This is the pagoda, right? So
I was gonna say either the pagoda or the
Toji 5-story pagoda in Kyoto. This was a spur of the moment thing. We weren't entirely sure how to play the day, and we ended up going to this pagoda. It is incredible, right? It was really good thing to go to. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any photos inside, but the outside we ended up seeing a cherry blossom garden, right? It was the sakura trees were actually properly coming in. So we were really lucky to come in the day that we did. The history. So this pagoda has never fallen to an earthquake. It's burnt down 4 times, but it has never fallen to an earthquake. The steps are kind of like, knee high. They're massive to climb up inside. You could only go into the ground floor of it, or I suppose first floor technically, because it's not on the ground level. You got to see these huge wooden pillars that were used to support the damn thing, and the level of woodwork that was done on the ceiling was like, okay, I have no idea if they put scaffolding up there to do the woodwork while the wood was up there, or whether or not they did the woodwork on the ground level and then lifted it up there somehow. But regardless, that's an incredible piece of work.
Knowing the way they do their joinery, it probably was all done on ground level, lifted up, just slotted into place, and it's just stayed there.
I have no idea how they got it up there.
A lot of the Japanese joinery is amazing.
They must have done some crazy crane scaffolding shenanigans.
They do.
There was also a couple of there's a few temples there as well. We didn't get to explore the whole grounds. You could easily spend an entire day here just exploring, right? But we were limited on time, and we went to these 2 other temples And inside the temples, again, no photos allowed, right? They had loads of statues of Buddha and various different demons and things like this. The statue work was incredible. There was one absolutely massive Buddha. And I was like, how on earth did you get that in here? Not only that, but the actual pillars supporting the temple were one solid piece of wood, right? You could actually, you could get up close and personal to this, and you're just like, how the fuck did you pull this off? I don't know. Also, I may have made the first contact joke about tactile sensation makes it more real. Yeah. But yes, so it's absolutely incredible. Oh, it's a Loz! How
dear.
Happy he is. He's so happy. He's very happy.
Oh, good. He and I have similar taste in hats. I am delighted to know that.
Right. Okay. So next we're going to move on to the swag, the loot.
Surround us out with the fun stuff.
What's the icon?
It's just a store with a bear out in front of it. Yeah.
Right, so this is the loot. Right, so the number of Nendroids that I managed to get my hands on that
Didn't you say you saw one that was like really, really low number?
Yeah. I've got two that are like in the 300s.
No, but I think you saw one. Didn't you say you saw one that was even lower than that?
Oh, quite possibly.
I don't remember.
Yes, no, I definitely did. I can't remember what it was, but it was a completely different box design and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got loads of models and stuff. I had to buy a second suitcase because I made out like a bag.
And you took an empty one.
No, I didn't take an empty one. I took like a half full one. It was quite funny because I refused to pack my suitcase going out properly because and there's Rias. If I packed it properly, it would
notably not all of Rias. There's a lot of shine off that cellophane to keep most of Rias covered.
But so going what was I saying? Going to
you didn't have it packed very tightly because
yeah, I didn't have it packed tightly because it would get on the plane and then it would just become like a complete and utter tinderbox. It would be everywhere, right? So I just basically threw it in the suitcase and it just wasn't packed at all. And then I ended up going to when we got to Kyoto, Hiroshima rather, we found this store that had this Tekkaman Blade model kit in it, right? Did not see this Tekkaman Blade model kit again until the last day, right? So I'm really glad I bought it. But because my suitcase was a mess, I had to redo the whole thing, and I basically just collapsed the entirety of my clothes and everything into half the suitcase. So I had half a suitcase left for stuff, but I had to buy another one because maybe went a bit overboard. Bought a real grade Gundam Exia, and a master grade Tall Geese. That's Endless Waltz styled from a shop in Akihabara. This is another photo again. Of the blade. Loads of model kits and stuff like that. Unless you have any questions, I'm going to move on to the very last section, which is the random photos.
Please do. Let's see what we got for the random.
Okay. The random photos are some of the dumbest
Nice!
Photos.
Excellent.
So these are Bourbons, apparently.
They look similar.
We got a House of the Dead arcade game.
Interesting.
Yep.
Their arcades are amazing.
Yes. If we had, the thing is, we saw a lot of the arcades. They were just the crane games and things like that. But also you could lose in like an entire day into one of those and all your money.
Oh yeah.
So what else we got? can't really speed this up, but yeah.
Ah, yes, the soup.
Yes! There was a vending machine that sold soup stock in like a 500ml drinks bottle, right?
It's fish soup too, isn't it?
I can't remember, but it just basically says, "Do not drink. This is a soup stock." And it's just like, so the idea is that you like literally pour this in with water and things like that. And it was right next to a drinks vending machine as well. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm a drink it.
We've got the heron again.
What a fancy fellow.
Just got so close to this thing. It was absolutely mental how close we got. It was just staring at us, and like we were just like, oh, we're taking some photos of this.
He's got the long beard. He's very, very wise.
Yeah,
very wise.
You probably could have touched it.
I don't think so, because after a short while, it did fly off. I was just like, I'm having none of your bullshit. Come on, want more of this? Some of the signs that were in.
Oh, is this where you put the bathroom signs? Yeah.
Yes. Bathroom signs were brilliant.
If you didn't see the two that he had talked about in Notice Me Senpai, yeah.
Oh, just go check that out. Those signs were brilliant, especially the baby one. It's just like, what is even?
Don't leave, or no, never leave.
Yes. Oh yes. You can't really see it on this, but the hotel is called Hotel High Up. It was just like, okay.
Well, it
sure
is.
Yeah. So, there was,
there you go.
Hotel
Yeah.
High Up.
There it is.
I just made it bigger for you guys that are watching. I just made it bigger for us.
I'm guessing that it's just like the top floors is the hotel rather than the.
No idea.
Thing. No. Right. Well, back to House of
Thaylien. We didn't get that close to it, sort of thing. Oh god, what else do we have in here?
I like how it's got the little balls on here. I don't know why that it's got them, but
no idea.
It's probably just graphics for advertising. You've got all the logos on.
Yeah, there was different supermarkets and things like this. Oh god!
Oh,
the Kit Kats.
Oh yes,
oh,
they have a insane different kinds of Kit Kats.
So I was buying some random stuff for work, some snacks and things to bring back with me. I brought back loads, but my company's got like 60 odd people in there, right? A box of 21 Kit Kats was £18, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, I can't afford it. There's the fish soup stock.
Yep.
Again. But yeah, it was like I can't afford, basically 60 quid for 60 Kit Kats. I can't just.
No, but you can import those.
The Tokyo Cacao one is probably a very limited edition one, compared to some of the others.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just the Kit Kats in general. They were just like so expensive. Yeah. But I ended up just going to like a supermarket and just bought loads of random like sweets and things. This I think was a cinema. There was like loads of different movies going on and things. I don't know why photos of this was taken, but someone
maybe
thought,
it's to
why
show
not?
you how you buy your tickets. I don't know.
No, I think these were just like leaflets to show what's currently going on or what's coming out soon and things like that. I have heard stories.
That's one of those things that I surprised about is that Japan has a very big leaflet culture. That,
yes.
You want to give you a flyer and have a flyer in your hand. They would rather do that. My day job, I'm a printer, so I love things like that where they actually have actual paper advertising on things. It's brilliant for me.
When we were in Akihabara, the number of women that were in like maid outfits just handing out flyers was like, oh, this is actually very, very similar to Akiba May Wars.
So what was that room that we just saw?
I don't know. This is the building. This is somewhere that which got two of us peeled off and went to. So we didn't go to the Honda building. I think this was in Kyoto, and they were like, oh, it's not impressive at all. You know, it's just like,
Why has it got buck teeth?
But
why not? Nothing wrong with buck teeth. Yeah, some of the best rabbits have buck teeth.
yeah.
But...
well played.
Yeah.
Alternatively, it looks like it's got chopsticks up its nose.
Or
come on,
pencils,
can any of these side photos actually turn up, please?
No. Just start deleting photos from the folder until it's only the 9 photos.
Oh my god! Don't tempt me, dude. Don't tempt me. Oh god damn it! Oh no, that was a Gundam.
Oh, hey,
that was a
that
Gundam
looks
game.
fun.
Yeah.
So,
God.
Yeah.
3 monitors on their sides.
That'd be amazing.
Wow.
yeah. Right. Okay. Let's call it here. Let's put an end to this.
Truly incredible, though.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys had fun, all of you, because that seems like a hell of a long-awaited trip.
Yep.
Yeah,
we wanted to go in 2020. Yeah. We wanted to go in 2020, and then the pandemic hit. I'm like, Argh! So yeah, 4 years.
Yeah,
later,
you had an entire move to a different place in that time.
Yep. It was actually quite interesting because I turned to my my friends and said, like, look, either right, we're going to Japan in September, or I'm moving. Right, pick one. So we opted to delay to Japan, and I ended up moving, and then I got dragged out to London for an expo, and I'm like, oh no, no, I said one, not 2 things. Anyway, right. So that is it for the topic. We are done. These are the adventures of Xeno in Japan. There's still more stories to tell. Who knows if they'll come back, but it's time to move on to, is it the supporter questions now?
It is the supporter questions.
Indeed, the supporter questions. Yes.
Okay. Right.
So we've actually got a few because I had them put some in last week, or I told them they could put some in last week, and then they also put in some this week too. So I was like, it's been a while.
Okay. Right. So Zrugel says, before we start the supporter questions, I want to thank everyone for listening to our podcast so far. We really appreciate all the likes and comments everyone leaves on the episodes. So please, gently but firmly tap the thumbs up button, ring the bell, and we read it all.
We do. We do.
So Zrugel asks, Senpai of the Pool, what is your wisdom?
Don't drink
better
vending
to
machine
pee
broth
in a sink than sink in the pee.
I'm going to leave it at that. Zrugel also asks, did you check out any of that VR room for anime that you read about in Kanpai News a few weeks ago?
No, I never did.
What's the VR?
You guys didn't?
There was a VR room that was like a remake of the 90s, like a 90s weeb bedroom.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I never did. No.
Right. Ricky
I
7.
did. It was fun.
Ricky
Did you?
7.
Nice.
Yes.
Right. Ricky 7 plus coffee equals shade ETA.
Eta.
Asks fruit.
Eta.
Huh?
Eta. It's the Greek letter.
Okay. Fruit baskets Escaflowne crossover when? Thursday.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yep. Ricky 7 also asks, did you venture into the pervious side of Japan? I meant just the toys. I swear. Oh no, you were the one that asked that one.
Yeah, I got these in reverse.
Okay. No. So genuinely, right. I kind of accidentally did. I do genuinely mean accidentally.
Yeah.
So one of the stores that we went to, the one I actually bought the Rias from, I thought, like, I'm surprised that this isn't in like the 18 only section or something like this, because I didn't know that it came with extra body parts. Okay, fine. I thought nothing of it, and I was, I was walking down one of the aisles, and I was trying, the aisles there are incredibly small, right? I didn't take my backpack once because I was afraid of like going down the aisle, trying to turn around and knocking everything down, right? I'm a big guy and everything, so I was going down this aisle. I was trying to get down to where to pay and everything. I ended up going down this one aisle. I'm like, oh, that's why no one's here. everything out on display. I am not kidding. Nothing covered up. No, like, beaded curtain. No, nothing. Yes, there was a pink sign as you were walking up to it. There was a line on the floor with writing and things. Like, I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I went down the aisle. Like, okay. I got an eyeful. I got several eyefuls. Yes. Anyway.
Cancel with shot with me.
Nasuth is Atomic asks, did you venture into the pervious side of Japan? Not just the toys. I'm talking about, like, the soapland districts. No, I did not.
Good boy. Good boy.
Bear asks,
no, Xeno's a nice slippery rubby time for you.
Bear asks, when you got your tattoo, did Loz need to hold your hand and wipe your little tears? So in case people
did
have,
he?
Right, in case people have not seen on Twitter, I got a tattoo. Oh shit, I can't.
It be the Guyver man.
Yeah, it's Guyver one. Right, you can see a better photo on Twitter
with a large symbol behind it.
It's the kanji
to make the outline
Guyver.
seem weird.
Kanji of Guyver. Anyway, right. So, no, he did not need to hold my hand. However, a non-zero number of my friends thought I was going to wuss out after I had the line art of Guyver 1 done. And I'm like, I was there for 3 hours. And no, God, don't get me wrong. There were certain angles, like, as the tattoo artist was doing it, I'm like, that's pinching, right?
Yeah.
I think it was like the straight lines on the antenna and things. But I was there for 3 hours getting this done. I wanted it in color, but apparently my skin does not absorb tattoo ink well at all. So everyone, like the other people that had their tattoos, had theirs done in like 2 hours. Whereas I was there for 3 hours and he didn't manage to do it all. So yeah.
It's just from the black and white manga, you know.
Yeah, clearly. So,
yeah.
But I do genuinely want Guyver 1 actually colored. So, yeah. That is it for the supporter questions. All right, should we move on to the comments?
Yes.
Right, okay, so first, several Kanpai News episodes. Zerugel says, I kind of want to watch Reborn as a vending machine, if not for the lulz, also because vending machines are kind of cool. Also, having a pro tag that can't talk worked for Sama Spider So What. Did it work for Sama Spider So What? Did it?
Well, apparently having a protagonist that can't walk worked for Reincarnated as a Sword, so, you know.
Yes.
Touche. I did, yeah. But
sword puns.
Even though I didn't like it, I apparently it worked.
I'm tempted to give Reborn as a vending machine a go, but knee-high Crocs existing was news to me too. What?
Did you not watch any of the news episodes while you were away?
I did. I know there
were Hatsune Miku Crocs. Yeah.
I didn't know they were knee-high.
Those aren't, but we talked about them. Oh. We talked about knee-high Crocs.
Yeah, the idea of knee-high Crocs. Yes.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Not quite thigh-high Crocs yet, because those are waders, but...
Yeah. Who is this guy? Give us Joey Zero back. Joking, love you, Xeno. Yes, Xeno usually wears a hat, just to confirm. Yeah, I forgot, okay?
It's been so long.
Yeah. Edward Paddock says, that Vash coat looks just like a basic standard coat.
Agreed.
What's a coat? What do you expect?
A cool
style,
coat?
Fashion.
Yeah.
You know? Suave and elegant. Anyway.
This is Vash the Stampede, remember?
Lots and lots of straps.
E-boy Vash the Stampede.
And now on to Kanpai Cast comments from many weeks ago. Zerugel says, hope you have an awesome trip, Xeno. And if Nasuth reads this after the break, welcome back. I read it. Oh, thank you. If I could force someone to watch something I'd love, it'd be Hinomaru Sumo. Hinomaru Sumo.
That's interesting.
Know that one. Actually, talking of which, while I was away, I ended up watching Summertime Rendering and that one about the wrestler with the animals.
Oh, shoot. I still need to watch that.
Kimono Machi. Yes.
Yeah. I did get a little bit tired of the we have no money because you're spending it on the fucking animals all the time. I kind of got a little bored of that. But I loved the antics of they always found money because she always sold off the soul.
Yes.
Anyway.
And of course, you cannot get away from the fact he suplexed the princess.
Yes.
Just that fact alone.
Right. Thaylien complains about eyes.
That's supposed to be Eyes of Mars.
Mars.
Yeah.
For 7 minutes, and Nasuth responds with only "It's amazing."
It is amazing.
It's
truly,
so fucking bad.
truly amazing.
Wait, Thaylien, I thought you didn't watch Eyes of Mars. Was that the only one you did watch? From Nasuth?
I did.
Okay.
That's the only one I did watch.
He did.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay. Sam Whisper says, this is a great example of why any rating system in anime is flawed. One anime that blows you away is going to be lame to someone else.
Yeah, it's
Except
all subjective.
For Love After World Domination. Anyone who doesn't like that is wrong. Completely agree. Love After World Domination is fucking amazing. I don't know where she is.
Alrighty.
I've got a little Desmi, an android.
Nice.
If we haven't. Right.
Alrighty.
And time for the memes.
As I am assaulted by a cat.
Okay. So, yep. Gonna do the memes now. And
you could find more memes, you know.
Yeah, you can find more memes on twitter.com/Kanpai_cast. And you know, we've done a little bit of a thing. We will warn you if a meme is not safe for work, right? So
it's now a thing that is possible. Yes. Anyway, right, so
right.
Subtitles in the Monogatari series.
So true. Yeah.
And then he said, "Your taste in anime is trash. Fairy tale enjoyer. I know your pain."
Yep.
When you took 20 selfies, then realized the problem was not the camera.
Oh,
could be me.
Oh, Jahi.
Yep. Okay. I set the
careful.
I set the alarm for 7 a.m. so I should be able to rest for 6 hours. That's assuming that I fall asleep in the next 20 minutes, which doesn't seem likely. Maybe I can watch a couple of YouTube videos or something. No, that's a terrible idea. Last time I did that, I ended up only sleeping 2 hours. Oh shit! Here comes that awkward moment from 6 years ago. It's like every goddamn night. I swear.
Yep.
Nah, I didn't really have the craziest glow up in anime. And finally, my last meme. Wait, that's not right. What? Did I not save my 6th meme? Oh no!
Good job.
Still, it's terrible.
I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Well, do we want to pause while I quickly fix that?
Sure.
Well, it looks like my 6th meme got deleted in the time since I found it, and so I don't get a 6th meme.
Then why did you click on that?
Yeah. What? Why click on what?
No, I did it wrong. Fine.
Oh.
Go for it. Hey.
If I watch 3 episodes a day, I'll be caught up in a year. One Piece fans.
Oh my god!
This one's just a completely silent Pokemon one, but you've got our 2 fish, saying they both evolve into dragons, and then one of them is really, really pretty dragon.
Oh my god.
Full Metal Alchemist is actually an amazing work of art. It's not like those kiddie animes. It's deep and thought-provoking. Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, do you do refills? Sure, just take off your top. Yeah, I meant your lid.
Oh, Yun.
Wait a minute. This isn't right. Oh my god, JC, a bomb!
Oh my goodness.
Was that his last one?
No, he's got one more.
Nope.
I've got one more.
No face, no case. Bet I hit the first night, first date.
What the fuck?
You, sir, win at memes. Oh, damn, that was brilliant. I was like, where the fuck is this going? Yep. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, sir. Well done, good sir. Right, so before we move on to my first meme, I will give you a not safe for work warning right now.
Oh, wow.
Both your first and third ones, I believe, are a little on the the spicy side.
The first one. Right, okay, if you go for it. Why is it not playing?
Why is it not playing?
Why is it not
trying to
playing?
loop it?
I did set it to loop.
Oh dear.
Nasuth broke
Oh, no.
it. Nasuth broke it. He's making it worse.
See? It's set to loop.
Why is it not playing?
I don't. You broke it. You broke it when you downloaded it. Clearly. Okay.
Okay. So fuck knows why it wasn't working, but anyway.
Don't know what
that
that
was
was
we try
about.
again. Is right. So not safe for work.
Why?
Nasuth, why do you break it all the time?
Have you?
There we go.
There we go. Right. There we go. So, yeah.
Crikey.
Yes.
Hello.
Should
have been me, goddammit. It should have been me.
Anyway, yeah, so had to go for that one. Number two.
I
a
almost
massive
had this
wax
one, but Xeno
sarcophagus
got
has
it
been
first.
unearthed in Egypt, and nobody knows who's inside. It was me, Dio. And before we hit the next one, again, another not safe for work warning. It comes with sound as well.
Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yep.
That still makes me laugh.
It's still a
makes
good
me
one.
laugh.
It's still a good one.
This is why I asked you not to repeat this one. The other one was fine, but not this one.
Okay,
repeat it anyway.
Right. Oh god. So can we blow this up because like?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot to change that for us again.
Yeah. But this is a Dragon Slayer pillow. And you've got cuts hugging the pillow.
Poor Casca.
Just 2 meter long
poor
pillow.
Casca.
Right.
Yes. Me, my boyfriend's 2 meter long hug pillow.
Why isn't this one in SFW?
Right. Maybe I should have put it. Rejoice, young man. I think it's Rita or something like that. The succubus. And I'm here to fulfill your deepest desires. Whoa, really? We spent the entire night building Gundam Epion. Yep.
Good kid. Knows his priorities.
Yep. They take a long time to build. Right,
yes!
and then this one.
Ah!
Right. I exploded them by ejecting the warp core. We can't move now. Damn it, Casper! I'm a healer, not a deck goddess. I'm lowering the shields. Prepare for ramming speed.
Yep.
I do know that this one's already been taken down because apparently it's a repost, but yeah, it's on Twitter. We got it on Twitter as well. So
it's that face. Prepare for ramming speed.
Yes.
Yep. Although this is also real. Aqua's also really good.
Right. Right. So that is it for this week's episode. Next week, we have special guests Yeesun and Joey Zero. And the topic is AI makes a better anime than you do. So
we've actually seen this creeping into the news several times.
Yeah, there's some hot takes on this, and you know, fuck it, I want to throw my fucking oar in, considering this is what my fucking degree was in.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So
I always thought you just gave me the 3rd degree.
That too.
No, we
yes,
integrate you. We you know.
Yes, intrigations.
Anyway, so that is it for this week's episode. Thank you very much for everyone watching / listening, and now it's time to bottoms up and Kanpai! Get out.
Kanpai!